Hey.
I sound like a fool. I sound like an idiot. Hi, I'm Dylan Fields. Welcome to Get Lucky Outdoors. This is going to be a brief review of the RIX S6 thermal. I messaged a few thermal companies and said, hey, I'd like to try that. And they said, okay. So they sent them to me. And RIX was one of the companies nice enough to shoot one over my way. They responded quickly. They were very nice. They just said, pick what you want. We'll get it to you. Try it out. And this was the one I wanted. They make one just like it that has a little rangefinder. If you look right there, you can see that little lug or whatever you want to call it. I did not opt for the rangefinder version because of a couple different reasons. As this video's going, I will have some footage somewhere, probably over here, show you some footage from this RIX S6. I will include the ranges on there of what we're looking at. You'll probably already be able to tell what you're looking at, but I'll also include the range, the distance that I had. Some of the ranges are approximate. Most of them are dead on because I had a laser rangefinder with me. And the reason I brought that was just to see, can I identify deer at 200? For sure. No questions asked, because that's what I want out of a thermal. I want to be able to identify without a shadow of a doubt what that thing is 200 and in. So I don't need a rangefinder. I need enough quality to get me to be able to, like I said, tell what that thing is at 200. That's why I wanted this one. Now I think you could get away with the 384 resolution. This one's the 640, so it's a substantial leap in quality. I would go, if you're getting a thermal, if you're getting a RIX Storm, I'm not going to say that their 256 is too bad to use, but I'm not going to say that their 256 is going to be so great that yes, you can positively identify a coyote at 200 yards. I'm just not going to say that. With this one, after my experience with it, I feel like I can, because I am not willing to go out to a property, start yapping at coyotes, have one come in the dark, blast it at 200, walk up, and it's a neighbor dog. That would be really bad, and that's not something I'm remotely willing to do. That's why I want enough quality to know when I see something that that's for sure what that thing is. And like I said, my max is probably 200. You can see one night I went out and seen a deer at I went back and range found this one. And from the yard up here way down into the field, it's 200 yards on the dot. So that's what you're looking at, is a white-tailed deer at 200 yards with this. I personally like the black hot or white hot. I'm not a huge fan of all the other fancy, funky colors. They just, I don't know, it seems like it dips in quality a little bit. And it's not just this particular thermal. I feel like any thermal I look through, you'll be looking at white hot or black hot and think, man, this looks great, so detailed. And then you flip to the predator looking color, or you flip to red hot or iron hot, whatever they call it. And I feel like the quality just takes a little bit of a dive. This one is a base magnification of 2. I think that's great. That's perfect, because with this rig, you know, if you've got it on a bog pot or whatever and you're scanning a field pretty fast, you don't have to whip this thing all the way over because it has such a wide field of view. So a couple things about this that I really like, and one of them's kind of stupid for me to like it so much, but I can't help myself, I do. The lens cover. Oh, it's crisp. It's clean. It's just right. It's got a little lock button, so you can't just smack it open by accident. You have to intentionally hit this little button and and then over here on the hinge, they've got 2 little divots that, there's a lock right there. And then here's another one. So you can lock it right up against the side of it. Another thing that I really like about this one that a lot of them don't include, some of them don't include, some of them do, but this one just feels beefy, like really good quality, is the quick detach. So you can push this little button and unlock that bad boy, take it off. And I've been using it as a monocular just as much, or actually more than I've been using it as a scope, because I don't even have to take the quick detach off because it's not even that big. I wear a little speed seat, Cabela's speed seat, that's got like a water bottle pouch on each side, and this thing fits flawlessly in there. And then I just pull the little drawstring and it mashes that eyepiece, so it just holds it in there and I don't have to worry about losing it. If you're a hunter, you know when you see a deer, half the time it's already been looking at you for 5 minutes before you even seen it. Well, with this thing, you throw it up and just scan a field on your way in, and you will know if there's a deer out there looking at you, especially, you know, like if you're within 200 or 300 yards, you'll tell that it is a deer looking at you. But yeah, it's a perfect thermal for what I've been playing around with and what I want to use it for. I really like it. I can't see spending $3,000 on a 640 resolution thermal when you can get a RIX typically on sale for closer to $2,000. Or you can get that same scope with the rangefinder included. Thermal devices with 380 resolution and higher, 5 years. All other thermal night vision and digital devices, 3 years. But based on what I've seen talking to them, they're incredibly nice people. And I know they sent me this thermal, so I'm going to be a little bit biased. Out of all the thermals that I've looked through, the user interface, the screen size, the quality of this scope have been my favorite. But everything I'm telling you is true. I would tell you anything I didn't like about it. As a matter of fact, I will tell you the things I didn't like about it. The only thing that I don't like about this RIX, or have not enjoyed, is when I first got it out, took it outside and started playing around with it, the focus ring was stiff. I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to need to focus this out there in the field. But the only time you need to focus these is if you're just playing around and wanting to look at something really close. Because if you set this focus out to where 50 is crisp and perfectly clean, it's going to be perfectly clean all the way out to like 200 or 300. Because I've tested it, I've tried to play around with it, I've looked through it at 50 yards and get it locked in, look at it way out at 300 yards or so and start trying to fiddle with the focus. And the focus just, once you have it set in that 50 beyond range, it's locked, because you can't get it any better out at 200 or 300. You can't get it any better at 50. It's just like, it's perfect. And what was cool, after I realized how stiff that focus ring was, they include a prescriptive little throw lever in there, so you can just grab that bad boy and pull. Look, one finger dinger, I can grab that thing and just whip it right around where it needs to go. And I'm not one of the guys that's going to tell you to like and smash that subscribe button. That's just not who I am. I just like making these videos. It's fun for me. It relaxes me. To be honest with you, I'm not really even concerned with making money from this stuff. I just like to review it, and I like to try things out. So there is a link for this that you can use. You can click it, and if you buy something, I'll get money. I will get some money if you buy this using that link. You don't have to, obviously. I really don't care if you do, because in the grand scheme of things, I make plenty of money at my regular job. So it was a very nice gesture by them to say, hey, you know, you review this thing, you have the potential to make some cash. Really good quality, really good optic. I like the base magnification of 2. I like the pip screen. I like how it has enhanced resolution using AI or something like that. They got chat. Somehow they crammed Chat GPT in that little dude. One of them robots. They got some kind of robot in here helping you look at stuff. But it's a good scope. If you would like to buy one, there is a link. You can click the link, and I will get money from the link. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you.